everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Daisha. I am the owner of PGL Planners, and this is my YouTube channel where we do everything faith and planning. Ignore all the hand movements that look like I'm sitting here talking. If you're new here, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to stay updated on all things new, and welcome. So I actually sped this video up a lot because I blabbered on and said a lot of nothing. So we're gonna do a voiceover. Today is the day that I eat my own words, and I'm sorry. So God has blessed me. I'm getting my laptop tomorrow, and I cannot wait to share the testimony with you guys on that, but I want to do it while I'm unboxing the laptop, so I'm going to wait on that. But it prompted me to think about how I wanted to use my planner on my laptop, because if I stayed with JNotes, I was like, how am I going to plan on my laptop? Am I going to have to use decks to cast it onto my computer to try to do that, and then manually sync across my devices? And it was getting on my nerves, honestly, thinking about it. And another thing that was getting on my nerves was that resize function. I don't care about layering so much as I care about the resizing. It was really starting to bug me. And so I was like, let me try Samsung Notes again, because it automatically syncs. And another thing that was really getting to me was the fact that GoodNotes is in early access on Android, and it already syncs across devices. So that frustrated me, because I'm like, there's apps on here who've been on here, and you have to manually back up all of your notes. Like, no. So I was like, let me just see. Let me just see. And so I began planning in Samsung Notes. And oh my God, I love it. And I can't stand the fact that I'm saying this. It's not that I don't like the fact that I like it. It's just that I spent so much time talking about how I don't like this app, and I never really gave it a fair shot. Now I'll say this. In the very beginning, when I first got my tablet and my shop wasn't even open yet, I was using Samsung Notes to plan in, because I was testing my planners in here and I was just trying to see. And what was irking me at the time was the lag in the PDFs, because it made every planner that I made seem kind of exponentially slow, honestly. And so I gave up on it. And then when I found Touch Notes, it was a done deal. And then I went all around the world. And by that time, Samsung Notes has had several thousand updates. And I hadn't really given it a chance. I hadn't looked at the updates like that at all, aside from just organizing the sticker books. And so I was pleasantly surprised today. I love resizing all of my date dots at once. What I will say is something that I wish I would have known is just copy and paste. Don't drag and drop from my sticker books, because I size my stickers a substantial size of 4 inches by 4 inches for quality purposes. If you zoom in, the quality is going to be crisp. If you make the sticker big, the quality will be crisp, and that's what I like. So if you want it to stay the same size as it is in the sticker book, just copy it and paste it. That way it doesn't come in full size on your screen. I figured that out way at the end of this plan with me. So I'm basically resetting up my entire planner, which annoys the crap out of me, but in the same token, I'm happy because I'm going to be able to use my Samsung Notes across all of my devices. My phone, my S6 Lite, my S7 FE, and my Samsung Book Pro. That makes me so flipping happy, because, I mean, this is my job, and I get so jelly belly about the people who use GoodNotes and then they can use it on their iMac. I get super jealous about that. Not jealous, I wouldn't use that word. I get the little green monster, and I want to do it for Samsung, well, for my tablet. And I was just like, I saw, because Crystal pointed out that you can vote on GoodNotes, like features that you absolutely want to have in the app if you go to give feedback inside of the thing. And so I was like, oh, that's cool. And it said that they were going to try to get GoodNotes on Windows, or they're already doing it, and it'll be where you can use it on your computer as well. So it looks like, so far, the auto sync is going to be, as far as like the bigger apps, will be Samsung Notes and GoodNotes on Android, because it's already done. Like, both of them already sync. Like, it's not a, oh, it's coming, it already syncs. Sorry, my S6 Lite's volume is on. Let me turn that down. But yeah, so I have a video that's due for JNotes this week, and it's going to be all of my favorite features inside of JNotes. which sounds like kind of special for me to be doing. But the beauty of it is, if any of you guys have been curious about trying JNotes, stick around, because I have been holding out on this. I'll be able to give away some free memberships through JNotes. It was something that we talked about earlier on, and I'm really excited about that. For those of you who still, like, you've used Samsung Notes and it's just not for you, like you have to have the custom fonts, like all of those things, like, then, you know, stick around. If you're into JNotes and you have not purchased the lifetime membership, don't worry, it's coming this week. I have to go ahead and get that filmed. But for custom fonts in Samsung Notes, like I said, I've done a video already inside of this YouTube channel, and it's in the tutorials, and it's labeled fonts. And I show how you can do the system fonts and how you can do fonts in other apps. So I think it was Touch Notes on there as well. I'm not sure if I was using Penly at the time. It's been a while. It's been a good while. But yeah, Samsung Notes it's doing it, y'all. I mean, I figured out the text situation. To get the right to text, the S Pen to text inside of the box, you got to go to the little settings bar on that little menu. I'll have to do a video. I'll have to do like a Samsung Notes video of like my favorite features or something like that once I get used to planning into this app, because I'm still not 1000% like there yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still adjusting. I just started using this app again today. Another thing that makes me really excited about this app, and I forgot about this, is the fact that you can do widgets. So if you have like a to-do list section in your planner or something, you could do, or you can set aside like okay, so this is the thing. I know I keep switching topics. I had another video filmed for today, and it was my regular plan with me inside of JNotes, but I decided to nix that and do this one. What I was asking in that video, because I've seen like 4 shops come out with these like mini sidekick planners. And I didn't get the premise of them before, but the more I use my planner, I realized, oh, it would be cool to kind of have like a floating to-do list, or to have my perpetual calendar in a skinnier view floating, instead of me taking a screenshot of it and it being in the way on the planner. And so I thought to myself, I'm like, well, if I did that or whatever, how would I go about it? Would it be a full planner? And of course, for me, I'm like, no, because I don't want to give you duplicates. But I'm thinking like lists and, lists, grocery lists, perpetual calendars, and it just be really skinny, like my sticker books. And the reason why I said that is because if you have like your planner tasks and you take them and put them into your little skinny like planner situation, then you can make it a widget on your computer, on your, I don't know if you could do it on your laptop, I have to test it out, but on your tablet, and you can see it on the screen, because Samsung Notes has the little widgets thing, which I showed that on my channel, on my channel a while back. So it's not something that's new. I've shown where you can do the widgets and have like your calendar view or something like that. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing, like Samsung Notes is not new to me. Like, I've used it. It's just that I haven't used it since a lot of these updates. And for me, when I first started using it, I just didn't like it because the text box was wonky, and it still kind of is. I mean, let's not front, it is. But other things overshadow that to the point where it's like, whatever. I don't like that I can't bring in custom fonts, but the beauty of system fonts is that, yeah, you're going to have to buy them, but they're like $1 and change, and they're across your entire tablet. So can you really even be mad at it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be everywhere. It's going to be all over your tablet. What else? Like, it works with the OS. And I can't tell you, like, at the end of this video, once I finished doing all of this planning, I went to my S6 Lite and everything was there. I had to like stop because I ended up like losing you guys. I was merging documents. I'm just sitting here chit-chatting in this video and whatnot. But yeah, like the little bar thing, the toolbar, I don't remember it changing position when I first started using Samsung Notes. And I remember Samsung Notes for my phone. I've always had a Samsung phone. And so I remember it just being like grocery lists, and like for me anyways, like a quick to-do list, maybe a jot down of a note. And the way it is now, it's so different. I love that you can move things forward and backwards. You can lock images, which means if you do like a PNG insert, you can lock it, which, I mean, I knew about this because Liz told me, but I didn't really listen fully because I was like, oh, well, I'm using this app or whatever. I feel like a clown. I've gone all around the world just to come back to the system note-taking app and like it. How annoying is that? How annoying is that, y'all? I don't know. But we're going to get off of the topic of Samsung Notes now. I like the app. Am I switching to Samsung Notes? Yeah, because of my laptop. Don't get mad at me, y'all. Please don't be mad at me. I told y'all I can't stay still. We knew this. Look, it was destined to happen, and I knew it was because last week I said that if another app came along that was better, I would switch easily. And it did. I'm eating my words, and I'm sorry. Don't be upset with me, though. I told you don't follow me. I told you I can't stay still. I warn you, I cannot stay still for the life of me. Plus, this is my job. I'm supposed to find apps that are new, test them out, use them for a while. But I want to stick with Samsung Notes, honestly, and this is just for real. And the reason why is because I don't think GoodNotes is going to give us a color dropper. And another thing is going to be a while before that app is even really enjoyably usable. And on top of that, this is a Samsung tablet, and it makes sense to use the note-taking app that comes with it because any updates it does, it's going to flow more seamless than an app that's third-party where they've got to make sure their app is, like, fit for the new update. And I don't know, y'all. I'm getting on my own nerves, too. I'm trying to justify my switch to you all. Anyways, I cannot wait to share the testimony of this laptop situation. And to be 1,000% honest with you guys, I've already picked out May's patterns. And I'm going to be starting that out sooner than I thought I was going to be, because on my calendar I had it marked for the 7th for me to really kind of start making stuff. But I know myself and I know my brain. I'm going to go ahead and start making things now just because I tend to switch up things a lot. So, oh my gosh, I know. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry. But I'm gonna, I need a nap. But yeah, I'm gonna make some more videos for Samsung Notes and stuff. I lost my train of thought, so I'm trying to like rearrange myself mentally. It's been a really long day, and I'll tell you why it's been a long day. It's been a long day because I've been trying to figure out how to work this app. Because I got so used to JNotes, and so it's like unlearning something to like learn something new. But it's so worth it. I mean, it's so worth it because now when I recommend this app, I don't have to feel guilty if I switch because this one's free. So if you paid for JNotes, I'm sorry. I mean, you can still use JNotes though. JNotes has some features that I like, and quite frankly, let me be quiet. Anyways, so I'm planning out the week using this pre-filled out Plan With Me view. What the heck is that? What do you call it? Weekly view from the April box. For my people who may want this, I am going to put the PDF views that are not a part of the actual box, that are just extras that I threw in for my patrons. I am going to put them in Etsy for you to purchase at full price. If you don't want to do the box, but you want these views, don't worry, it will be in there sometime next week. I have yet to close down my website. I'm going to do that tonight. So by the time you're seeing this video, it should already be done. What else? I don't even know, you guys. It's been a long week. It's been a long week. So the family emergency that I had was that my mom's father, the one I mentioned briefly and asked for prayers for, unfortunately, he had lung cancer and he passed on the 24th, so the day before the launch of the subscription box. And it was really weird because I'm not going to give away too much, but I kind of don't deal with death well. Who does? But I'm very weird. I have to work through stuff that makes me uncomfortable, if that makes sense. So the launch couldn't have been at a more perfect time, but I did deal with it, and I did, like, actually come to terms, and I spent some time, like I told Liz, and like I told Crystal, I did do the right thing with myself, with my mental space. And so it's been a crazy week, and it's been a crazy month. because of all of that. And on top of that, the new launch and me shutting down my website and like just all of the changes, I need a nap. No, I need to go to sleep. But I want to play my game. So I'm going to try to do that this evening and whatnot, to actually just get some time to play and, enjoy myself. And I'm so thankful. I keep saying this, but I cannot wait to share the goodness of the Lord and how he gave me this tablet. Once again, I'm just blown away, and it just confirms that I'm supposed to be doing this. But anyways, so the checkbox function inside of Samsung Notes, how many of you guys actually use it? I'm using it on this spread, and I'm like, yo, that's so convenient, because you can check off the things you do, and it'll be a pretty check mark and a scratch out for you, so you can see your week completed. That's so freaking cool. I'm just mad at myself because I'm like, you didn't use any of this. You didn't, girl, whatever. So I've been watching Abbott Elementary School, or I just started watching it yesterday, and I'm I'm in love with that show. It's so stupid. It's so funny, but I keep falling asleep on it. I've been trying to watch, I watched season 1 and 2. No, I watched season 1, kind of, because I fell asleep. But then I was like, well, I might as well just start season 2 because I get the general gist. I tried watching it last night and I fell asleep. I'm just like, oh my gosh. But I know it's because I'm tired. But anyways, I cannot wait for you guys to see May's patterns. It is so freaking pretty. I chose quite the pattern here, y'all. And it's going to be a nice variant from this, because I want to make sure I give you guys variety, but it's class. I don't want to give away everything. I'm trying to find the words, but it's really pretty. For one of the months, I am going to let you guys vote on a pattern. I thought about it and I was like, that would be kind of fun if I show some pattern swatches, or at least show a corner of each of the different patterns that I want to choose, and let you guys select the one and then surprise you with the full kit. Probably do that for the month of June. I think, yeah, because obviously May is already selected, but June would be fun to do that. Do you guys think you would like that? I think I would want to do that with you guys. That way you can also, get in on some of the action. Every now and again we can do a little vote off inside of the Patreon, so you guys so you guys can select the thing. I'm going to try to remember the font name of this. It's a system font. It's Forget-Me-Not. HOH Forget-Me-Not. That's what it's called. And I like it a lot. There was another font in there that I want to get, but I'm not going to go font crazy. It's not that serious. But there's some really cute ones inside of the Samsung Notes system shop. If you just kind of let go of the fact that you can't bring in custom fonts from the fonts from the websites, then you'll adjust to the fact that you can still bring in custom fonts. It's just going to be through your system. But yeah, I love this pre-decorated spread because you really don't have to think about it. You're really just doing functional planning when the spread is pre-decorated. This is when I realized that I should just copy and paste stuff and stop dragging it in, because I was like, oh, the sticker comes in the right size if I just copy it and paste it. And so I was like, okay, moving forward, I'll do that. So if that's you and you're like, dang, every time I bring in this daggone sticker, it's freaking huge, just copy and paste it. But yeah, we're going to close this video out because it's about done. I know. Y'all are done with me. You're sick of it. You're like, girl, can you stick with an app? Nope. But this time I think I'm for real. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you can stay updated on all things new. And I cannot wait to unbox with you guys the new family member, the new electronic family member of the PGL planning system here at my desk. Yeah, if you have not become a patron, go ahead. The Patreon link is down below. You do not want to miss out on all of the benefits. Once again, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye.